What's up, guys? It's Devin back here. This is going to be the betting show for the 2023 Players Championship. I'm excited for this week. I went a little bit heavier on the money I put on my bets because I feel very strongly about the bets that I made. So yeah, let's just jump into it and we'll get to them when we get to them. So, hey, obviously these odds have changed quite a bit. I didn't jump on Patrick Cantlay early in the morning when I wish I would have because he dropped. I believe he was at either 20 or 22 to 1, and now he's down to 16 to 1. But I'm avoiding. Look, I'm out on Rory McIlroy. I'm out on Scotty Scheffler this week. I could see Jon Rahm winning again this week, and it hurts me to say that, but I could see that happening again. Man, the more and more I look at him this week, especially like in DFS, I'm liking him. And I'm liking his ownership percentages. He's going to be lower owned just because of his price, but that's beside the point. We'll get into that in the next video. So, I did end up making a bet on Patrick Cantlay. I used my plus 250 odds boost that DraftKings was giving this week on Patrick Cantlay. Only because I thought about using it on someone else, but I had already got a bet in on him, and I didn't really want to double dip. So, and now DraftKings doesn't offer these like straight cash outs anymore. You know, once you place a bet, your cash out for it immediately goes down to below what you put in. So that kind of sucks. I wish they would not do that. I like that other sites stick to that, but the numbers on DraftKings always seem to be a little bit better on certain guys. On other sites, you can get better numbers on certain players, but for the most part, DraftKings does a pretty good job at giving some good numbers on some guys. So earliest on the board, my first bet is Patrick Cantlay. I got him at 18 to 1 this morning. I used my odds boost on him, so I have him at 20.5 to 1. So that is my first bet on the board. I'm not really interested at Justin Thomas at that number. I could see Max getting it done as well. Just not somewhere I'm going. The next guy that is on the board is Collin Morikawa, and I did bet on him. And I believe my bet on him this morning was 28 to 1. Let me just pull it up real quick. I believe it was 28 to 1. It should be 28 to 1. Collin Morikawa at 25 to 1, which I think is what he ended up opening at. Hope you guys took my advice in the last video and waited until this morning when odds readjusted, because you did get some better numbers on some of these guys compared to yesterday, so that was why I waited. But yeah, next guy off the board for me is Collin Morikawa. I got him at 25 to 1. He's down to 22 to 1 now. But yeah, I like him. I like him this week, especially coming off the cut. He has been playing well. I think the big problem with Collin Morikawa is playing in wind, and I think that affected him a lot at Arnold Palmer. This is a shorter course. I didn't really look too much at his history, but I was curious to see like what some of these guys did at the 2020 Players Championship when it got canceled due to COVID. That when COVID first had its big outbreak and we all went into lockdown. And in that first round, Collin Morikawa shot 4 under. So I like him. I like him this week, and I got him at 25 to 1. The next guy down on the board that I ended up getting in on, which I wish I would have got it. I waited a little bit because I've been just tossing I've just been tossing the idea of Jason Day around, and I just can't ignore. I can't ignore the numbers, like just how well he's playing and the finishes he's having, and he's coming to a course where he's had a great history. So I really like Jason Day. I know in my DraftKings, in the video yesterday, the DraftKings show, I did say I was probably going to fade him, but the more and more I look at him and what he's been doing, it is making it really hard for me to say no to him, and especially at the price he's at. So I did put a bet in at Jason Day 28-1. I still think that's a pretty decent number. I do think someone like Tony Finau probably should be ahead of him, maybe even Wells Zalatoris, but you can't deny the way Jason Day is playing right now. So 28-1 on Jason Day, it's still there if you want to go get it. I like it. And yeah, that's my third bet off the board. And then my fourth bet. So I typically do about 5 outright bets in a week. And I'm probably going to add one more guy in. But as of right now, I only have 4 for outrights. And one of them is just an absolute bomb. Just threw a couple of bucks on him just because I like the way he's been playing recently. But we'll get to him in a second. I could see, guys like Tyrrell Hatton at 35-1. Jordan Spieth at 35-1. Sung Jae at 40. I don't mind those guys. I probably, if I bet someone else, it'll be someone that's in this 30 to 40 range. I would even say like 30 to 60. I think a lot of these guys in the 30 to 60 range have a great shot, and I like a lot of the guys in this range. It's just narrowing it down to who I really like. So the next bet off the board for me is Tom Kim at 40-1. It's a shorter course. I could just, he hasn't really been showing it, but you have to think he's not a long hitter, and a lot of these recent courses play a little bit more towards longer hitters. He also is seeing a lot of these courses right now for the first time, which is the same case here. But it is a shorter course. It really relies on good approach. And, if he's hitting fairways and he's hitting good approach shots, all we need is for that putter to get hot, and Tom Kim can get it done. So I really like Tom Kim at 40-1. He's still at 40-1. He's kind of been bouncing back and forth. I've seen him bounce down to 38, bounce down to 35, and now he's come back up to 40-1. So I like that number. I think a lot of people like that number. And yeah, so I'm riding with Tom Kim this week. I like Keegan Bradley, but at 45-1, that's just really short for me. I don't think I'll be getting to him. Shane Lowry is a guy that yesterday was 35-1, and now he's down to 50-1. So I like that. There's a possibility I get in on Shane Lowry there as my next bet, my last bet that I make. But as of now, I only have one other bet, and it's a little bit further down on the board, and it's just because he popped last week, and he's got it done at this course before. He's won here, and it's Webb Simpson. I got Webb Simpson this morning at 150-1, and he's fallen to 130-1. I don't recommend anybody place a bet on him. I'm just simply doing it because he popped last week. Maybe he found something. His approach numbers were really good. He's got it done at this course before, so I like him at 130-1. I like him at 150-1. I don't think I necessarily would jump in at 130-1 now. Some other longer shot guys that I like. Um, to win, man, it's hard down here. You know, you can get one of these guys to pop. I mean, look at what Kurt Kitayama did last week. So, if I were gonna pick anybody that's like way further down on the board, I would look at guys like Adam Svensson at 180 to 1, JT Poston at 200 to 1, probably I mean, who has the Sam Ryder at 300 to 1? I mean, these are just kind of long shot bombs at this point. I wouldn't really expect any of these guys to win, but there's nobody else really down there. You know, if you wanted someone crazy, you know, possibly like banking on the talent of Thomas Dietrich, you know, Robbie Shelton's been playing really well, but like if I were to bet anyone like way further down, it would be Sam Ryder, who has shown he can be at the top of the leaderboard in these big boy events. JT Poston, Adam Svensson, Ben Griffin looks really good, but that's just if I was gonna add in like another long shot, but I probably won't be. Honestly, if I'm gonna bet again, make one more outright, it will probably be either Shane Lowry at 50 or Spieth or Hatton at 35. That's where I'm looking if I make one more bet. But to also look at some placement bets to follow up, just because I'm so sick of having runner-up finishers on my outrights. The two guys that I really feel that could win here this week, but you know, if they fall a little short, I'll still get a little bit of money back on them. I did place a top 5 bet on Jason Day. I believe that number actually might have got better. Nope. I got him at 6 to 1, which is where he's at right now. So, I'm just simply backing up my outright bets just with like a little bit of money just to kind of basically get what I bet on them back if they do end up missing out on winning. So I have a top 5 on Jason Day for 6 to 1, and then I have a top 5 on Tom Kim at that number's better. Well, I got him at 7.5 to 1. He's now 8 to 1 for top 5. So I just kind of backed up my 2 bets on those guys with those. Some other guys, you know, I like, you know, Colin 2.5 for top 10. Obviously, Jason Day and Tom Kim with their top 10 numbers. Where's Shane Lowry? What is his top 10 number? 4.5 to 1. I like that. Anybody else that I really like for like a top 10? Anybody down here that I like for a top 10? Svensson, 12 to 1 for a top 10. Anybody else that I could see being there? Maybe Sam Ryder, 20 to 1. But other than that, I'm not going too crazy. Jason Day and Tom Kim are the only placement bets I have other than outrights. I did, because we got tee times, I did make a couple of first round leader bets, and they were on Patrick Cantlay at 35 to 1 and Tom Kim at, where's he at, 55 to 1. I believe those were the numbers that I got those guys at, because I just did them like not too long ago. I got, Patrick Cantlay 35 and Tom Kim 55. So only doing it just because I like their tee times. They're going off early on Thursday morning. Tom Kim, let me see if I can find their tee times real quick. Tom Kim is teeing off at 7:34. Oh, they're in the same group together. So they're both teeing off at 7:34. So it's just two guys that I liked. And, you know, honestly, freaking Jon Rahm will probably be the first round leader. Yeah, he tees off at 7:56. him, Scotty Scheffler, and Rory McIlroy. It wouldn't surprise me if Jon Rahm is the first round leader again. So, 22-1, that's not bad. I would take that, but I'm not making any more first round leader bets. Let's see if there's any other bets that I like this week. We only have 3 balls so far because it's early in the week, but Tyrrell Hatton against Siwoo Kim and Webb Simpson at plus 125. I like that. Oh no, they put 2 of my guys in the same group. Patrick Cantlay, Tony Finau, Tom Kim. I'd probably pass on that one. Colin Morikawa, Ricky Fowler, Adam Scott. Colin Morikawa plus 115. I like that. Anything else down here that I would like? Doesn't look like it. I don't think there's gonna be. Jason Day's the favorite in this 3-ball with Wise and Herbert. Yeah, I understand why. Lowry at plus 190 over Fitzpatrick and Hovland. It's not bad. Anything else? Nope. All right. Next up, what do we got? What else do we got? Hole props, no. Pass. No on the parlays. Oh wow, this is interesting. Oh, they grouped Cantlay in with these guys. Big guns versus the field. Rahm, McIlroy, Scheffler, and Cantlay to win at plus 200, or the field at minus 280. That's kind of interesting. Do they have anything else? They do not. So yeah, that's all I got for right now. There's no nationality props or anything. So, one and done. So, last week, I ended up going with Rory McIlroy because he was in the PM wave. I was going to go with Scotty Scheffler, which, I mean, would have been okay, but, the second place finish out of Rory was better than what the 4th place finish for Scotty Scheffler, so I'm happy with that. I needed that. I needed to get back up there, especially with the elevated event. So for this week, I gotta really pick and choose where I'm going now because I've used Rahm, I've used McIlroy, I used Cantlay, I've used Justin Thomas, I've used Victor Hovland, used Jordan Spieth. So a lot of the top guys I've used Hideki Matsuyama. So I'm really got to dial in where I'm going with my picks. So I already figured out I'm probably gonna use Scotty Scheffler at the match play, and I'm gonna use Xander Schauffele at the Zurich Classic with that should still be the team tournament pairs, and typically him and Patrick Cantlay play together. So I will be using Xander and I guess technically Patrick Cantlay at the Zurich Classic. I've been kind of looking ahead, so then that's gonna leave me at the Masters. That's gonna leave me now. I'm factoring into with the majors that I have these live guys, and I probably will be using some of those guys at majors, especially because I have burned so many of the big guys, and unfortunately, I didn't get a good result from Justin Thomas. I didn't get a good result from Cantlay. I didn't get a good result from Hovland. But Zalatoris is a guy that I could be looking at for the Masters. I believe I still have Finau. I still have guys like Matt Fitzpatrick, Tyrrell Hatton, Cam Young. So I still got some guys, but not the big guys, unfortunately. So I really got to pick and choose where I'm going with these guys moving forward. So yeah, I have at the top, I have Scheffler, Schauffele, Homa, Zalatoris, Morikawa, and then in the next tier down, I have Fitzpatrick, Cam Young, Tom Kim, Sung J M, Shane Lowry, Tyrrell Hatton, Tommy Fleetwood. So I still have some guys. I just got to be really like sparingly with these guys. So, you know, at events coming up like Valspar next week, I'm just gonna have to like burn. You know, hey, maybe I think I actually used Sam Burns. I did. Damn, that's unfortunate. I'll have to figure out. So for this week's one and done, I'm either gonna use Tom Kim or Jason Day, and I think oh man, I think it's gonna be Tom Kim, especially I'm looking at like because on I'm in the Rick Run Good one and done, so you can see like the site wide picks, who's being picked the most throughout the whole site. You can't see your pool specific picks before they lock in, but Jason Day right now is the 8th highest picked golfer in this pool or on the site, and Tom Kim is actually the 18th highest picked. So do I put my faith heavily into Tom Kim or do I play Jason Day? I think they both have a great shot at winning. I like them both a lot. I'm probably going to use Jason Day. And then I think I might use Tom Kim at like Heritage or something like that. There's other shorter courses I can use Tom Kim at that are coming up. So I'm trying to save Colin for later. I'm going to save Max Homa for either Wells Fargo or the US Open. But I also have to account that like I'm going to have guys like Cam Smith, Dustin Johnson available to me at these majors, so I don't want to use. The problem with using those guys is they're going to be used a lot in the majors, so we'll see. I'm probably going to have to fire those live guys in the majors because I need to save. I really would like to possibly save like I might save Sung Jae all the way to the end, or I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going to use Sung Jae at this point, but that's what I got for the betting this week. Patrick Cantlay, Colin Morikawa, Jason Day, Tom Kim, and I threw just a pity bet on Webb Simpson just because. So I might add in possibly Shane Lowry or Tyrrell Hatton or Jordan Spieth. Possibly. Probably not. So I probably am finalized with what I've got right now. Yeah, so that's what I got for betting this week. Hopefully that helps you guys out. And I'll see you in the next video where I'm going to talk about my core DFS plays and take a look at weather and all that. So stay tuned for that.